How are you? Good to see you.
Keeping well.
We had a chance to look at your...
That is a very good thing.
Thank you.
Sunset residence.
Thank you very much.
Come.
I wonder... This is our permanent secretary in the Ministry of Trade and Industry.
Thank you.
So we are orientating him to all the locational advantages of Amravati.
Thank you. Sir.
We know each other.
This is my office, sir. My office.
I was just complimenting Mr. I know Mr. Narayana was the main person involved in this.
Yeah. Then equipment management, one part will do that. Even Talli Bida Express, the 11 services I have also. And also around 13 knowledge concentrations.
In the healthcare,
Satisfaction level is very high.
very good.
Now I want to go agriculture, outsourcing.
Outsourcing agriculture?
Yeah, what
Meaning what? You want to do contract farming or something?
not
Okay.
demand driven.
Okay. Rather than today, who provides it? Storage.
Cost effective.
To do it for public
Public also. I'm also working that. Total. Andhra Pradesh, they can do 2 years or 3 years or 5 years, I don't mind.
That's great.
So begin with government, sir, then
Scale. And as you build out, you can do a lot more with it and so on. So
We rounds of discussions
With them?
the Secretariat Crda.
okay, the district cooling guys?
Yes.
Okay.
And we have taken the
the category also knows they will come out short.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's very good.
What is the benefit this cooling?
Sir, I mean, instead of having such distributed, it can be done.
It's also
so it is cost effective.
Generally, it's
also.
cost effective and energy efficient.
Yeah.
And if you've got some other heat exchangers, you can do that.
Only some buildings you can do it too.
Well, I think the technical, I'm not
No,
sure.
that's what I'm saying. Technically, it is sound even on city you can do.
Oh, yeah, well, yes, yeah.
New cities. you
Well,
can do.
certainly
That's what I'm
precincts
thinking.
are doable,
Just like what
and
I-
I would imagine actually city level is also doable. It's just a question of how they
Or
configure
otherwise,
it. So,
C&D area also.
It's clustered, sir.
Yeah,
It's
clusters.
clustered around 1500 to
It's actually, your facilities here look even better than what you have.
Our office, everything there. There's a canteen down below.
Right. No, it's very, that's what struck me first and foremost. It's very different to when I used to visit you in Hyderabad. The old buildings and you're trying to fun place. For a government office to be fun, even that'll be better than us. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. No, I think you should go, they are very good at creating common spaces. Where you
This is my CM office.
This is your CM office. You got some lovely paintings and all here. These are all from the local artists or what is it?
Local artists.
Local artists only? Is that all hand?
By hand.
Hand is not computer generated. Okay. Okay. Interesting.
People are capable, sir.
No. Shraddha is concentrating.
Multiple messages, multiple.
Okay.
One calling customer scan. Your thoughts.
What is it? Cycle?
They are working with us around 1,000 nodes, all tribal areas, every home around. Thank you, madam. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, how are you?
Sir, sir. Sir, first. Thank you.
Oh, this.
Committee was held, and today we are having the second meeting after a period of 6 months. From government of Andhra Pradesh side, we have our Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Naidu, then our Finance Minister, Mr. Ramakrishna, then our Minister of Finances, Director Emerging Markets Division, Amravati Partnership Office, Mr. Ding, who is the High Commissioner to India, Mr. Roy, who is the Consul General of for the benefit of the members, some of them who are new. Some of them have been there, but just for their benefit, I would like to present the progress made as far as Amravati is concerned, particularly during the last 6 months, presentation on the progress made on the capital city work for the benefit of our Singapore partners and the consortium members. Then, of course, the master plan of Amravati, as I said, it has been prepared by Sabana Jirong. So, idea is that it should be the happiest city in the world with a population of about 3.5 million population, 130 acres. From 26,728 farmers, now more than 95% of the land is in our possession. And then now what is the best part is that after the plan has been prepared, even the plots to the farmers, CH2M is our program management consultant. Then also we have a AGIC of China and RV associates who have prepared the infrastructure plan for preparing the master plan. And the entire trunk infrastructure plan has been vetted by the teams, by the subject is where the developed plots of land to the farmers. Therefore, the land pooling system infrastructure has been entrusted to CRD, who have taken up this work. Part of the government activity with an area of about 1354 acres, which includes the High Court and the Justice City as well. Master plan we have against posted was finalized. 2 designs have been given, out of which one would be finally selected, and HODs and used for commercial and recreational use, so that life exists even after the office hours. In 2016, the government started functioning from this complex and even assemblies, and then more than 6,000 employees are working since last. If you see, almost $8 billion of works have been planned. See, the best part is under execution. Works which have been tendered out and they are going on, includes the truck roads of 115 kilometers. Then the roads utility infrastructure, which includes audition are already this. Tied to infrastructure also are almost 7 packages. has also started about 2,000 crores, and then government housing for employees, more than 4,000 employees, government housing, the works have already started. And then after Assembly, High Court and Secretariat, as I said, more than 36% is under execution and under procurement is 11%. So we have reached almost institutions. Therefore, as far as the national institutions are concerned, they have already started their campus this year, and already Dr. B.R. Shetty, Indo-UK, and some of the central institutions also, they are going to start the work shortly. And then we have also, schools have been allotted the land, they will be shortly starting. Besides UK firm and some of the tourist destinations like Marina on. Then of course there are some of the photos on how we have engaged with Andhra Pradesh and also, which is co-chaired by myself and Dr. Francis from Singapore side. So in the last 6 months,
we've also had our technical teams, and these are the green boxes. The green boxes, you can see towards October, November, our technical teams have been very active now, looking at what's on the ground in terms of survey numbers, in terms of looking at site study, soil investigation. My colleagues, here I would like to introduce some of my team members. This talks about moving forward and operationalizing the company.
Critical path elements that need to be settled so that we can get action on the ground going.
Minister, the very first one would be the available land that has to be unencumbered. That way we can raise project financing from it. That way, because to kickstart the development finance very quickly. We have also started to reach out to the banks simultaneously.
Because the banks who are very familiar with the Indian and local environment should be able to, because they have to get comfortable with the documents and so on. And I think the government here would be very familiar with the operations. So our companies want to bring the two together and settle the matter. And anything you can do to complete that with the requisite information and confirmations, that would be very helpful.
Were you in touch with bankers?
Yes.
What did they?
Primarily, sir, they are agreeing, sir, and all the documentation is meeting their requirements.
So I think you need to work on that basis, and otherwise you're trying to meet too many banks and it will be troublesome. So maybe focusing on the key ones, whom you're comfortable with and you've worked with.
Everything from now onwards, you are heading the project. Now you are responsible for us. So 65 acres also within 45 days they will clear. That is the procedures we are following. And also all shifting everything, Ajay is the responsible.
greater convergence in the culture, the style. It's very different to how we started when we first had meetings, and so it just shows that we are learning from each other and bringing things together. And I noticed Ajay is dressed like us, just as Ben is dressed like you. So, another example of that. That's good. The other thing I wanted to say was we see this as a platform, and I was very impressed by how much you've achieved in this complex. 192 days, was it? That's what you said. I think you have to tell us who your contractors are. You know, we may need to use them for some of our projects in Singapore as well. But
I'm thankful to Government of Singapore and also all friends from Singapore for extending this cooperation. Thank you. Thank you.
Come on. Come on.